Hello everyone, and welcome to Mac's Man Cave. As always, I'm your host Mac. Today we're going to be doing another beer review. I thought today I would like to do a beer review of a beer from Belgium. Usually the beer that I associate with Belgium and the one that I drink is Stella. But I think a lot of people have tried that, so I wanted to try something else that was a little more off the beaten track. I checked the website for our local liquor distribution branch, and they had quite a few Belgian beers on there. When I went up there yesterday to buy one, there was a very limited selection. It's a long weekend here, so I guess a lot of people were deciding to buy imported beers for the weekend. I don't know, but one that caught my eye was this Rodenbach Grand CRU. So I thought I would do a review on this one because I've never tried it myself. It definitely looks like an interesting beer by the appearance anyways. Excuse me. So I did my research, and I've got my trusty flashcards here with my information on them. This kind of dates you. In the old days when you had to do any kind of a presentation, you scribbled all your information down on these flashcards. But nowadays everybody uses PowerPoint or whatever, so nonetheless, I'm old school, so I'm going to stick with these. Okay. Slight problem there, the memory card in my camera was full. When I went to check on the progress, of course I'd done it all. When I checked the camera, the memory card was full. So I have to kind of start over again, which is fine. So the Rodenbach Grand CRU is a Flemish red-brown ale made from the Flanders area of Belgium. The Rodenbach brewery was established in 1821 in the West Flemish town of Roeselare. Hope I pronounced that right. My apologies to any Belgian people who may be watching. Produced using a two-stage fermentation process called mixed fermentation. This process involves bacterial fermentation and top fermentation. The Grand CRU is matured in oak barrels for a period of 2 years. This long aging process gives the beer a unique flavor similar to that of aging wine. Actually, single malt Scotch is that way too. The Scotsmen go and they buy old used wine barrels from Portugal and France and Spain and age the single malt in it. This is also a blended beer. 2/3 of it is a mature beer and 1/3 of it is a young beer. The beer is made from locally sourced water, hop varieties from the Flanders area, and colored malts made from barley. The beer gets its color from the roasted malts, and the malts also prevent oxidation, because we certainly wouldn't want rusty beer, right? Supposedly this beer promotes digestion and is well paired with seafood. Unfortunately I didn't buy any lobster, king crab or anything to try it with. It's probably a good idea for a future video because I definitely like seafood. This beer comes in at 6%, which is getting up on the high end of the alcohol content scale. Personally, I think about the highest one I've ever seen is 8%. There probably is some that are a little higher, but you definitely won't want to be drinking too many of these with that high percentage. This beer has won a number of awards since 1996, including the World Beer Awards Tasting Beer Gold Medal in 2011, 2013, and 2014. This World Beer Awards was something I was unaware of until I did a little bit of research on this beer. I think it's definitely something that needs to be looked into. If you're going to go to an award show, a beer award show would probably be right up my alley anyways. This style of beer is supposedly an intersection of wine and beer and can have a bitter, vinegary taste. Beer aficionados say that this beer is an acquired taste and that some people will never acquire a taste for it. It's quite possible. So this is the first time I've tried it. So we're going to try it out here. Now, unfortunately the beer opening was missed as the memory card was full, so I just already got poured in the glass. Let's pour a little bit more in. It doesn't have much of a head on it there. When it's first poured, it comes up maybe, I don't know, half an inch at the most. So you can see that nice dark red color, or light brown, whatever you want to call it. So it's not super bitter. It has a bit of a bitter taste to it, and it's mostly on the finish. It's got kind of a fruity flavor to it as well. It's kind of almost nice simplistic way. I would say it's like if you took a dark beer and then mixed it with cider, something along that taste. It's got a bit of a fruity aroma to it as well. Again, neither one is very overpowering at all. Yeah, I'd say it definitely leans towards a cider. So sometimes if you're bored, take a Guinness and mix it with a cider. Might be something similar. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but. So now, let's rate this beer. So I've got the beer chart out. Now, I'm not going to call this a good beer, not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just a beer that, not a beer that you'd want to drink on a consistent basis. Just something different once in a while. So for that, I'm calling it an all-right beer. Again, nothing wrong with the beer. It's just it wouldn't be a daily drink or anything like that, I don't think. So as always, thanks very much for watching. Look forward to bringing some more of these beer reviews. I'm trying to do this type of stuff where it's a beer that you normally wouldn't try or maybe you're curious about. So I'll buy it and try it for you. Cheers.